Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, for coming through to hang out with me. That bad. I'm always so excited to film a video. I'm always so excited to film a video, and I never know what the fuck is gonna spew out of my mouth and how it's gonna come out, and then editing it, I'm just like, oh my word. Like, this entire time have y'all been dealing with this? I am actually so dramatic. Anyway, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me, to listen to me talk my shit. And without further ado, let's get into it. So in today's edition, we're gonna talk about how to handle toxic energy within yourself. The most important key is self-awareness. You need to have a very strong sense of self-awareness, and that means you need to know what the fuck you're thinking when you're thinking it. And yeah, like, you need to, I always say, bruh, I don't know, like, this is probably not the first time you hear this on this channel, but listen to your thoughts. Literally listen to your thoughts. Be like, okay, what was that? What the fuck did I just say? You know what I'm saying? It's your thoughts and your feelings, because, like, yeah, I think those kind of coexist. They go like this, dog. Like, this is thoughts, this is feelings, and then they interlink somehow, somewhere. So when you think of a good thing, you have good feelings. When you think of a bad thing, you get bad feelings. So just pay attention to your thoughts. The minute you're thinking about bad things and you're not aware of it, you'll probably be aware when you're like on your 10th thought about that bad thing. You'll be like, oh, I'm having such a bad day. Yo, I first dropped my phone, and then after that my nigga didn't pick up, and then after that your work started being crappy, and then after that, like, you'll probably be on the 10th thought, and then you'll be like, oh shit, okay, cool. And that's because, like, you'll probably have a very bad feeling, like, in your tummy. You'll be like, oh, what's this feeling? So just pay attention, and you feel that feeling, and you'll be like, oh shit, I think I'm being toxic towards myself. When you catch yourself being toxic towards yourself, don't respond to it in a toxic way. Don't be like, I just said something bad in my head about myself to myself. Oof, I'm such a bad person. That's being toxic. That's being a toxic ass bitch to your damn self. So when you catch yourself saying something bad in your head, for example, you'll be like, oh, I'm such a dumbass bitch. Don't be like, oh, you're such a dumbass bitch for saying that you're a dumbass bitch, you dumbass bitch. Be like, okay, dude, I hear you. Why do you think you're being a dumbass bitch? Why are you saying you're being a dumbass bitch right now? And, like, have a conversation, dude, with yourself as fuck. And also, dude, you'll probably find that you're one of the dopest people ever to ever fucking do it. So have a fucking conversation with yourself, bro. Be like, bro, what's up? Why did you just call yourself a dumbass bitch? And then bro will answer, and bro will be like, dude, I feel like a dumbass bitch because of A, B, C, D, and E. And then y'all will have a conversation. Be gentle with yourself, dude. Be kind with yourself, dude. Be like, dude, I'm not here to judge you. You know what has been a battle for me, nah? I can be such a meanie bobini to myself. Like, the biggest meanie, trust and believe. So it's quite funny now, because when I catch myself being mean to myself, I'm like, bitch, you thought. I'm like, okay, what's up, honey, talk to me. And, like, yeah, I'll go through it. I'll go through it, and I'll be like, yo, baby, yo, fuck you. And I'll be like, okay, fuck me. Why is it fuck me, dog? Why is it fuck me? And then Sebe will be like, it's fuck you because I'm trying to, like, do this and this and this with you, and you're not trying to vibe with me, so it's like, fuck you. And, like, sometimes the bitch really does have a point. She really does. I'll be like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I feel like I could have done more to pay attention to you at the time when you said, you know what, now is probably a good time for us to, for example, now is a good time for us to finish that painting, bro. And then I chose to ignore the thought. Later on in the day, when I'm reflecting and like I'm about to sleep, I'll start bashing myself about, bitch, today you could have done this and this and this, and you didn't fucking do it. You're such a whore. You're such a whore. And instead of fighting back and be like, no, you're a whore and don't call me a whore, oh my gosh, I'll be like, you know what? You're right. I feel like you're right. I could have done a little bit more to at least put a young stroke or two on the canvas. I really could have. And you know what, Bebelo, I'm sorry. And for that, I will do better. Like the next time that you suggest that I do some shit, I will honor it. I'll actually listen and I will do it. I feel like you have to have a good relationship with yourself for you to have a good relationship with others. If you're like a judgy and snappy towards yourself all the time, what's gonna stop you from being judgy and snappy with other people all the time? You get me? If you're a mean ass bitch towards yourself, bruh, nothing's gonna stop you from being a mean ass bitch to other people. So I think evaluate your relationship with yourself. Evaluate how you talk to yourself. Are you kind to yourself? Do you show yourself some love? Are you being toxic towards yourself? Are you a mean ass bitch to yourself the entire day? And then when it comes to things like procrastinating, instead of doing the actual task, you go, oh bitch, you deserve this chocolate. Now you think you're showing yourself self-love when you're actually like taking yourself to your own fucking detriment. It's not self-love. You need to evaluate the relationship that you have with yourself and be like, dude, yes, you're out here trying to play me. And like, I'm on your team. Dude, talk to yourself. Be like, dude, I'm on your team, bruh. Like, I have to remind myself all the time that, dude, me and you are on the same team. I don't know. Yeah, that's like a note that also works for me when I catch myself being toxic towards myself. Like, if I have mean thoughts about myself to myself, or I say something bad about myself, either out loud to people or to myself. Like, I'll make a mistake. I'll be like, oh, you stupid bitch. Shit like that, bruh. I catch it out and I'm like, excuse me. Who did you just call a stupid bitch? And I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you a stupid bitch. Yeah, I catch myself, dude. Catch yourself, hey? Evaluate the relationship that you have with yourself and be like, I will not tolerate you being mean to me. I'm you. Like, I'm you. Why are you being mean to me, dog? We're on the same team. I don't get it. Like, we're on the same. I want what you want. Like, I want what you want. Do you want to flourish? So do I. We're on the same team. So don't be mean to me. Don't make me feel like shit because, you know, I'm not doing it or whatever the fuck. Like, relax and just trust me enough to know that I'm gonna do this for you and we're gonna do this together and we're gonna win. Like, yeah, bruh, I think it's very easy for us to be mean to ourselves because there's no one to judge it. There's no one to like respond to your own tweet in your head and be like, yeah, you're cancelled. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you're being mean to yourself or whatever the fuck and there's no one around, you think it's cool because there's no one around and no one can really hear it because it's happening in your head. And dog, like, I think thoughts tend to snowball into like bigger things. So when you start with a tiny nyana thing like, oh, I feel ugly today, it's gonna snowball into you feeling like an ugly ass bitch all day, every day, twice on Sundays. And you're not gonna enjoy that shit because, like, guess what? You wake up with yourself, you go to bed with yourself. It's you all day, every day. It's you. So bruh, be fucking happy with who you are and like love yourself. Love yourself enough to not be mean to yourself. I jolly with myself, dude. I jolly with myself, bruh. I jolly with myself. I'm not even jollying with myself, dude. I'm married to myself. I'll even like post my ceremony, dog. My wedding ceremony at some point. Like, I'm literally I'm married as bitch. I'm married to myself. And yeah, bruh, the reason why I married myself is so that I learned, hey, that I'm very good at loving others. I'm like the best, dude. I'm the best person when it comes to loving others. Yo, I'm like the best person. But I struggle to keep that same energy with myself from time to time. I shine when it comes to loving others in the aspect of mucholo. So I'm gonna jola me. I'm gonna date me. I'm gonna date my damn self, and I'm gonna show myself this love. So even on days when I don't want to, be like that cat, I will do that for her being my wife being me. I don't know if that makes sense. I will run me a bath, switch on my motherfucking candles, light my motherfucking incense, play my motherfucking music, pour myself a motherfucking glass of wine, and I'll journal. I'll get my book and write like, okay, what's up, what's actually going on? Or I'll talk to myself out loud and be like, King dog, come back. And I'll be like, yo, Mfetu, did I just feel sad? Yo, I feel sad. And I'll be like, why do you feel sad, dog? And like the dog still will tell me why she feels sad, and we'll talk, hey? And I'll listen, bruh. I will really listen to what the dog has to say. And yeah, bruh, we'll talk through it, and it will be far too easy in that regard afterwards. Be very choosy. Be very, very choosy of what you want to listen to. I think I said that in my last video, in terms of when you think you're actually listening. Be very picky of which thoughts you choose to honor. You get one thought that says, oh my gosh, I'm like the baddest bitch in the world, and you get another thought that's like, I'm a bum, I'm absolutely nothing. Listen to both. Like, okay, I'm a bum, I'm a bad bitch. Okay, cool. Which one sounds amazing to me? Which deal do I want to sign? Like, which contract works for me? The I'm a bum or I'm a bad bitch? And then you choose, okay, I like how being a bad bitch sounds. I want to be a bad bitch. I like how this one sounds. So you go, okay, bam. Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? I'm amazing. I don't want you here anymore. Your services are no longer required. Okay. And then bam will be like, okay, cool. Well, are you sure? Because like, if you want me here, I can stay. And then you'll be like, I'm good. I don't need you here. You can go. And then bam thought will fuck off, and you remain with bad bitch thought, and then y'all are bad bitchy together, flourishing, being cute. Yeah, dude. Be very, very, very picky of what you want to listen to. Be very picky, and that like across the board, hey, across the board, whether it's like you tutoring yourself to complete a task that's gonna better you in the end, e.g. an assignment. Be picky, bruh. The thought will be like, we'll do it in an hour. And then another thought will be like, dude, if you actually start now, nah, you can kick it for like 2 hours. But if you actually start in an hour, you won't have time to kick it. Choose wisely, bruh. Love yourself enough to be like, you know what, this is actually gonna fucking suck, but I'm gonna actually start now. I'm gonna start now so I can kick it later. And like when you kick it later, bruh, the cake, my friend, it's gonna feel amazing. You're gonna be like, yo, I actually did that. I actually deserve to do this shit, bruh. Cause like, yo, dude, backstory. I have a lot of backstories now. Backstory, dog. Here's what I hated, nah. So like, I have a job. I'm employed, thank God, and whatever. So I used to go out, hey? I used to go out like after I get paid, like at the end of the month or whatever. And I would suppose, but I would drink and do all sorts of things. And at some point it hit me. I'm like, you know what? I'm out here like celebrating every month. What have I accomplished? Like, what have I accomplished? And I don't know if it's me being hard on myself for choosing to be like, paying my rent is not an accomplishment. Going to work for the entire month is not an accomplishment. Like, what have I done? What have I actually fucking done for myself? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, those things are like, okay, basic. Like, okay, those are struggles that I chose to struggle with. So it's not like that much of a big deal. Like, I'm blessed to have those struggles, but like, it's not like, oh, and like, it's not an achievement for me to do it, because it's like something I must do. So it's like, okay, I must do it, so I do it, and then I move on. I don't like celebrate that I did that. Do you get me? It's like, for example, stupid analogy, but like, not cheating on your romantic partner. You can't celebrate that your partner is not cheating on you because they're meant to not cheat on you. If also, you know, your relationship terms are that you guys are supposed to be monogamous, bloody, 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 yada, yada, yada. So yeah, and that shouldn't be something that you feel is an achievement or celebrate, because that's how it's supposed to be. So I'm like, I'm out here celebrating so much, going ham every month end, as if I'm out here doing some big shit for myself. What have I done that makes me deserving of, you know, this lifestyle that I live every month? And so I stopped, bro. I stopped going out. I'm like, no, dude, I need to do a little bit more for myself in order for me to like go out and like, you know, live that life and be that girl. And so yeah, starting to save more money and like just helping out where I can at home and things like that. And so when I would go out and catch myself at a restaurant or whatever, the food would taste even better and the drink would taste even more better, because it would feel rewarding. I'd be like, you know what, bruh, this month you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that, and like, you know what, you deserve this fucking drink, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, yeah, I don't know, it just works for me. It just works for me. Don't mean you gotta do it too. Don't mean you gotta do it too. It's just something that works for me. That's what I mean by like, just across the board. Don't be toxic to yourself across the board. Like, discipline. Yo, and isn't it? But it is like this is like the richest video in the world. Me telling you about discipline. Look, we're out here walking the same walk, bruh. Don't think I'm out here having shit all figured out and bloody. The things that I'm telling you guys are things that I do live by and everything. And sometimes shit is hard and sometimes shit is easier. You know what I'm saying? So one of those things that are hard for me is discipline. Like, child, discipline, child. But discipline is really important. I think discipline is a very important form of self-love. If you're disciplined, it kind of shows that, you know what, you are like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bruh. And I think you'll go a lot further in life when you are disciplined. I think it's much easier to get a lot further in life because you're disciplined than like when you go with the flow with everything in life. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I think, yeah, discipline, self-awareness, and just apply that across the board. Like, across the board. Finances, education, friendship, romantic relationship, like across the board. Check yourself. And also, yes, self-awareness in the sense of who you are to others. I'm aware that, especially now that like I have a whole fucking YouTube channel, I'm aware that I swear a lot. I knew that I swore in it, but like, yo, having to listen to my videos and like watch my videos when I edit, I'm like, wow, sis throws a lot of F-bombs. So it is something that I actually want to try working on. It's not that I personally have an issue with it, but I am aware that I'm presenting myself to other people and other people may not be too cool with that. So I have to try and at least clean up my language, because I'm aware of myself. I'm aware of how I'm presenting myself to others, and I don't want to come across to people as just a girl. Okay, well, I really am just a girl that doesn't give a fuck. I don't want to lie, shit. I was about to say I don't want to come across as somebody that doesn't give a fuck. I don't. But like, I don't give a fuck where I don't give a fuck, and I give hella fucks where I give hella fucks. So I give hella fucks about people, you see. So I'm aware that I swear a lot, so I'm gonna try to clean up my language. I use that as an example just to say that, like, be aware of who you are to other people. You know, there are people that are walking around being assholes, bruh, and they don't even know that they're being assholes. They have no idea that they're assholes. And it's okay-ish. It's okay-ish because they don't know, you see. So just go within yourself and be like, how do I interact with others? How do I speak to other people? Like, do other people enjoy how I talk to them? And whatever the fuck, you know? What else? Like, yeah, just, you know, am I a kind being to other people? Do people get hacked when I step into the room? Or are people happy to see me? Do I light up the room? Or do I bring it down, you know? And if so, why? If you step into the room and like niggas is hating because that's just that on period, people are just hating. Oh, bruh, there's literally nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about it. Haters go hate, potatoes go potate. Alligators go and alligate. But like, if you step into the room and then, you know, people have an offish vibe because you stepped into the room and it's not even haters hating or potatoes potating or alligators alligating, you gotta be like, what the fuck did I do to these niggas? Like, what did I do to y'all? Like, what did I do? What did I do to you niggas? Like, why are you niggas not having me? Like, why are we not vibing? If you have the balls enough, you can be like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why are you mad? And they'll be like, because you're a slut, because we don't like you, and because we find you a mini bobini, and we think you need to go evaluate your life and get your life, fix it, solve it, and then shot. If they're not ballsy, they won't tell you if you be like, yo, what's up? But like, you'll have to like reevaluate and play back the events in your head and be honest. Be honest. Be honest with your fucking self. Be honest with yourself, bro. Have your own self-awareness, bruh. And just know that some things you can't control. If you know from the core of your soul and your heart and your mind and your body and your being that I was honestly such a pleasant person. I tried being pleasant and kind and sweet and, you know, like positive or whatever the fuck, and it wasn't received that way. Look, that's them. It really is them. It really is, because you tried your best, and from your point, your own perspective, your own self-awareness, your own point of reference, there's only so much that you can do. Like, you can be the most loving, sweetest person in the building, but people now talk and talk and talk and talk, and they talk and talk and talk, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, whether you do good, whether you do bad, people are gonna talk and talk and talk, and people will always find something negative to say or whatever the fuck. So just do your best, bruh, and like, drink your water, stay hydrated, and give no fucks. Give no fucks where it's time for you to not give any fucks, because you don't want wrinkles, you don't want to get yourself old for no reason. When it's time to be accountable and take responsibility and be like, you know what, maybe I was an asshole over here. Address it, be like, maybe I was an asshole over here and I'm very sorry, and like fix it, and like just, you know, overall increase your own vibration and the vibrations in every circle that you find yourself in. Just like, be that cat, bruh. Be that cat wherever you are. People's is happy, people's are vibing high. Don't be that guy, bruh, when you step in people want to leave. Don't be that nigga. Like, I know so many niggas like that. Don't be that nigga, bruh. And yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you found it as informative as the last one, because it's one of the comments that I received from the last video that it was informative. So thank you so much for that. Thank you also, guys, for like just watching my videos and commenting and engaging with me, because this is actually what I wanted as well from starting this platform. I want to start a little community where we can talk about things that like I want to talk about, because yeah, that's another thing. Yo, like for example, like on my social media, I feel like I have to find people that talk about the shit that I want to hear about. So I'm like, you know what, now clearly there's not a lot of people, so let me be that guy. Let me start that network within myself, and it's gonna be a lot easier because yeah, we get to talk about what I want to talk about, and well, I guess what you want to talk about as well. You know, you can obviously comment and be like, hey, I think you should do a whatever video, and then we do a whatever video. Yeah, bruh. So like, thank you for watching, for engaging, for commenting, for just being a bad bitch like me. Like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.